So I suggest the Niko versus M Sigma v Sigma
Oh,
game. Or just
very.
call him M.
For some
Like he,
reason, when I tried to copy and paste those sigmas into here, I just put S instead of a sigma. I didn't notice that until just now.
Alright, so let's take a look at that one. Um,
All right. Ah,
Bang. Oh,
dang.
All hail my hand, the crowd.
okay. You're. Uh,
Really?
okay, so Niko versus Movo, or however you want to pronounce it.
Um, alright, so
I don't remember what those Greek symbols were.
yeah, it's Sigmas.
Sigma. There we go. That was a lowercase sigma.
Very interesting setup for the map. I'm not really seeing any first turn bonuses, but so it looks like coverage is going to be a little bit more important in this game.
Well, I see one first turn bonus that's in West Africa, but
No,
get all
that's
three Mali, Nigeria, and Kenya. I'm in Somalia, but that's
we discredit 3 pick 1 turn bonuses because it's just really a waste of a third pick. So
all right. Let's see. But yes, that's the only one I see over here. Everything else is, as you said, there aren't any one-turn picks.
so I think some of the probable picks would be South America, West Russia, um, East China, or Indonesia. Um, maybe Antarctica as a counterpick to the probable South America. And then Scandinavia is going to be a hard one to pick, in my opinion, because you're going to have that problem with somebody picking West Russia or Central Russia. It can be countered way too easily. So this is going to be very interesting ideas on how they end up picking. So let's take a look
Yes,
at what
indeed.
they ended up deciding to do.
Let's see. Nico selected Somalia and Nigeria for his first.
Oh, this is yeah, Niko. Hmm. So yeah, we see Africa because Africa has no wastelands and it probably the best idea to expand. Um, I'm liking the East China Indonesia pick. That one's pretty good. And then we have Scandinavian West Russia, and that one I don't see how he's ever going to get both as fifth and sixth pick, but it's good counters.
Might as well. They're fifth and sixth pick. They're not likely.
Yeah,
Normally, anyway.
and he actually picks a seventh pick. Just
Sure, why not? Uh,
pick all the picks. I'm surprised nobody went South America because I felt it would be a pretty good counter to Africa, and it's just overall a pretty good bonus. Hmm. So, moving on to Sigma Boy.
one first pick was in Finland. Second in he picked South America. Third pick in Nigeria. He's not going to get that. And
Yeah.
fourth,
So,
Scott.
the fourth and Scott is going to screw him over because he's going to he's not going to be able to expand through Antarctica that fast. and then he might be able to counter Niko well in Africa, but it depends on how experienced of a player he is to actually handle Niko in Africa. And then we have Scandinavia, which is going to be a safe bonus.
Yeah, that's that's pretty funny up there.
Which is really funny because I expected
Yeah.
fighting over, the Russia, because that almost happens every game that there's this nice fight over Russia. So,
Yeah, really. It's very common. It's not happening this game. That's pretty funny.
but then again, Scandinavia is a 2-turn bonus, not too fast, but Niko will have that 4 bonus in West Africa by the time the Sigma guy has the Scandinavian bonus, if he decides to go for Scandinavia first.
Well, South America is also a 2-turn bonus, so.
But he's not going to be able to complete it in 2 turns because he's going to be threatened by Niko.
Oh yeah, that's true. But
So
I'm saying that he might go for that first. That's normally what I'd think to do.
I would go for Scandinavia first because with nobody picking West Russia, it's safe.
I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, and
He
yeah,
knows it's safe for the
that's
first few turns because no
yeah,
one can touch him unless there's someone in Greenland, and that's not very
unlikely in
likely.
this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unless somebody's picked Central Russia, there's not any way that he's going to be disturbed in Scandinavia. So
Yep.
it should be. It's interesting how these picks play out.
And even then, even if someone's in Central Russia, he's got 3 turns to worry about that. At least.
Schwinnigan does not like Niko's
Actually, 4
picks.
turns.
Yeah, I agree. They're not very they don't really counter some of the major areas of the game. And if Niko was playing a much more experienced player, this probably would be very detrimental to him. Anyways,
I'm reading his comments.
so oh, and just by the way, Sigma ends up picking 8 picks. I don't know why people are going above 6 picks in these games.
Yeah, I don't know either. I guess they just felt like having fun and picking more picks than they needed to. We're starting with 4 territories this game, everybody. Just so you know.
Yeah. So let's move on to turn 1 and see what they end up getting.
Yep, I think it was pretty clear from their numbered picks what they were going to get to. Of course, Niko gets his Nigeria, Somalia, and Hong Kong. And then our Sigma guy, Movo, I'm gonna call him Movo, starts yeah, starts in Finland, Venezuela, and Scott.
Yep. Like I said, the most probable strategy for him is to go for Scandinavia, and if he doesn't, this is going to be very hard for him to beat this 4 bonus in 2 turns. So I'm really curious to see where exactly he ends up going.
Let's see here.
Oh, it seems like he goes for South America.
Yeah. And there he meets Niko in Nigeria.
Yep. This is not going to end up well for Movo. He should have known that the safest pick would have been in Scandinavia.
He's in a bit of trouble there. Well, we'll see here. If Niko handles this right, he should. He should be able to defend Nigeria, I think. And he does. And he takes West Africa. In the next turn. Ooh.
Oh, this is very interesting. We see a very aggressive move by Movo here. So he actually attacks Nigeria, but he does it in the wrong order. I think, no, wait, he doesn't. He's just not able to beat it.
No, it was close, but no, Niko had one left over.
If he had won that, this would have that would have changed the game substantially right there. Okay, and as we see,
Yeah, I'd say so.
Movo does get his Scandinavian bonus, but he is down in South America. So depending on how Niko is able to handle it, we see Niko getting close to getting all of East China. Seems he'll get it next turn.
Yep, he just positions himself so he can take both of those last two spots next turn,
Yep.
just to get a bigger lead than he already has.
But as we see, Movo will also be able to get Antarctica, assuming that he lets South America go, which he does.
Yep. And this puts him in a really annoying spot to fight from because Niko's got to. Well, Niko has East Africa he can expand in, and Movo, he's
Right there.
in trouble.
Yeah, and Movo was not able to. Movo wasted 3 armies, putting them on Brazil and protecting it, as we see here. And this puts Niko in the positioning advantage and the income advantage. So, as we can see from here, it seems Movo also uses a blockade card, which is very important to point out because now he will not be able to stop Niko from taking South America. He now has to enter South America to ensure that that isn't taken.
Wow.
Very, very good move by Niko. I guess he just knew his opponent was not going to focus enough into South America to stop it.
It's a very good idea indeed. And I think you could see that too, just by how much he placed the turn before, and it worked out. Wow. Let's see. And are you on turn 6 now?
As we see Movo entering into South America, we knew he was going to have to do that. And we see both players have their reinforcement card this turn. It seems Movo is able to gain a little bit of positioning advantage because he's able to get himself into South Africa as well. So he's going to be able to counter East and West Africa pretty well. But we're going to see how this plays out because Niko is going to be able to strike hard into Antarctica the next turn.
Yes. Oof. And Niko is also positioning himself in Indonesia to take that bonus.
Pretty soon, too.
And turn 7.
Okay, as we see.
Yep.
Movo going for Australia, which is very odd that he would try at this point because Australia is going to take way too long to take. So, as we see here, Movo is giving up his position in South America, which is going to definitely change the game.
Well, they trade bonus. Well, they trade spots in for West Africa and South America.
As we see, Niko can afford to do that because he's got Indonesia basically wrapped up next turn, so he's not too worried about this.
Oh yeah, and he can also take South America pretty easily.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to break Antarctica. So this position, Movo should have put less in Africa and focused more on keeping that positioning in South America. He even plays an order priority card to make sure he gets Somalia. Huh.
I guess. I'm very curious about that.
That's Uh,
If you were going to put enough guys in Somalia to take Kenya, then attacking it with
2.
that doesn't really make sense to prioritize that.
And he's not able to put enough into Antarctica to defend it, so why does he even bother? You know.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what he was thinking there.
So, as we can see here, after this turn, it's just over.
Yeah,
Just
Niko
Niko
blockades in West Africa to make sure that Movo can't get that
come,
bonus. It's oof.
and now he also can't border again with South America.
Yes, that's a perfect placement for a blockade.
So it was just, yeah. After this, Movo should have just surrendered.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh.
But
And
of course, the players aren't able to see what we're seeing. Maybe Movo didn't know that Niko had another 4 bonus, which he should have known because of how much Niko is able to deploy per turn.
yeah, depends on how much he was paying attention to that.
Yeah, and as we can see, it's just downfall after downfall after this.
Yeah. When your opponent gets over twice the number of reinforcements, things don't typically go well.
Nope.
And that's really where the game wraps up. And for the last like 3 or 4 turns of the game, it's just Movo getting completely slaughtered in Antarctica.
Yep. Unfortunate demise for Movo.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that,
the game finishes up with, of course, Movo,
surrendering.
yeah, with only his Scandinavia bonus.
Yep. Well, congratulations, Niko, on your win. So that was an interesting game. As we can see, the picks on both sides were very questionable. However, the play style of Niko was able to overcome any disadvantages.
Yeah, just a second, I lost the game, the tournament link.